presented the biggest challenge? Dallas. Well, that was that team that you really, you had that mutual respect for, but you just hated to play them.
What do you think was your best game you played?
I probably would say the Dallas game, not the playoff game. The battle when we went to Texas Stadium when it was Barry versus Emmitt. We wanted to prove something. As an offensive line, we knew that Barry was better. We all talked about that leading into that week. We wanted this game bad. We wanted to go out there and show America. It was on the Monday night game too. I would think the '94 Dallas game at Dallas, to me, was our most important game.
Well, I think, anytime you have a rivalry, even though they don't play each other, they compete for statistics. They compete for head-to-head if they can. Emmitt doesn't tackle Barry, Barry doesn't tackle Emmitt. But they had a memorable game in 1994, a Monday night game, and it was Barry against Emmitt.
The Detroit Lions are visiting Dallas for the first time since 1977. It's been 17 years.
Ready, 1, 2, 3, here we go.
It was a big deal. It was a big deal, that game. The few times we played them, it always felt like more than just another game. We felt like, one of those Super Bowls probably should have been ours.
I think Monday night, everybody thinks those teams have the best personnel. Let's see how far we've come or how far we have to go to get there.
The Lions think they're better than that. They think that they're a team that is good enough to come down here and be expected to beat the Dallas Cowboys. Now, we'll find out.
When you see guys like Charles Haley, Emmitt, you see Troy, you see Michael Irvin, we wanted to go out and prove that we were just as good.
Those are the fun games to broadcast, when you know there's a storyline going in and the storyline remains. The Barry and Emmitt thing was special, and I think both of them were out to show one another, In Texas Stadium back in those days, fans were just crazy for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was one of those places you had to factor it in.
Jason Hansen, one of the best in the league, and he'll be kicking off. And here we go from Texas Stadium. The Cowboys coming in with a mark of 2-0, and Emmitt Smith seeks another rushing title. Emmitt Smith's first carry of the game. It's a nice 8-yard pickup after the 41-yard line.
It did matter. It certainly mattered that he was playing at the same time that I did. I think he was someone that I thought of that kind of pushed me, and I think that was very mutual.
Aikman on first down, going for 6. He's got it. Alvin Harper. That was an execution, that drive.
Emmitt's one of the best ever. So much respect for him, and also their offensive line, they were great. Well, if they were great, we felt like we were great. We didn't get as much publicity as they did, but we knew how hard we worked together. But it was more about helping Barry get the recognition that he deserved.
And Detroit with the ball at the 41. They use it to Barry Sanders. Dives and darts and moves his way out to the 45.
Barry was the best in the league. And really his mindset and his focus in the locker room, on the sideline, and the huddle was like no other game that we had played. He was extremely focused and determined that night.
First quarter, they have to get to the 13. They give it to Sanders. Barry inside the 20. And Barry is thrust out of bounds at the 15. Vintage Sanders. This guy is electricity. Those are instinct moves there. He just, that's in his mind. He doesn't think anything about it. 32-yard field goal attempt coming here for Jason Hansen. Dave Craig to put it down, and Hansen puts it through.
Emmitt versus Barry, doesn't get any better. It was the best of the best, and you're going to go at it for, you can say 60 minutes, but it was more like 60 rounds, the heavyweight championship. It was that good. And can Barry get him? That's what we were thinking. Can Barry get him?
Sanders, pretty.
He's a human pinball.
Emmitt Smith, he has the first down, and Emmitt Smith gets all the way out to the 30-yard line. It was like Emmitt was saying, I've seen enough of Barry Sanders. you're watching two of the best that ever played this game, and I hope nobody asks which one we think is the best.
As an announcer, you're always wanting that A call.
Barry on the run. Holy mackerel.
So Barry would have a run, and it would be an exciting run. You're giving it your A announce, and then he turns right around the next play, and it's something even better.
Hand off to Barry, up the middle, cuts to the outside, 25, breaks a tackle, 30, Barry, 40, pulled down from behind, and out of bounds. Holy mackerel.
He is remarkable.
Barry wanted every inch he could get. Just relentless, absolutely relentless. We got 5 yards, 6 yards, 9 yards. I remember one where he kind of got flipped around, and he's pushing himself to get another couple of yards like that. This is Barry Sanders.
Turns no gain into about a 3-yard pickup.
Mitchell, play fake, looking to throw. Time, into the end zone, wide open, touchdown, Lions! Brett Perriman.
To the end zone, touchdown, wide open, Brett Perriman. So with Carter hurt, Perriman getting a chance, he catches the touchdown here, and the Lions have the lead.
94 yards on the road against the world champions. So far, so good for Barry Sanders and the Detroit offensive line.
It wasn't all on Barry. That offensive line would compare with any in the NFL today.
Pro Bowl center and Kevin Glover, Lomas Brown, they could protect the quarterback, they could block for the running back. A lot better than people have given them credit for.
Here's Perriman. Good call, good delivery by Scott Mitchell.
Lomas Brown, a Pro Bowler. Look at this work here against Haley. Boy, that's really controlling your guy and taking him clear out of the picture.
The 4-man rush. Mitchell, and the catch is made by Moore. Herman Moore developing into one of the best in the league.
The Lions legitimately had really good receivers and brought in Herman Moore, then Perriman, Johnny Morton.
They were just a dynamite combination. Herman, of course, was the star, but Brett Perriman probably was the toughest downfield blocker I've seen. They were not just good receivers, they were committed to getting yards, committed to winning.
36, 4th down and 3. Play clock down to 2. Here come the Cowboys. Mitchell gets it away, and the fingertip catch is made by Herman Moore.
An absolutely perfectly thrown football.
A lot of people talk about receivers wanting the football. I wanted it because I felt that if it was in my hands, I was going to do something special with it. And you have to have that type of unwavering confidence to be successful in the NFL. And some people can think of that as being an attitude or being cocky, but it's not. It's nothing but pure confidence.
I remember so many times with Herman where he's not open, but you throw it to him anyways, right? Because he would make the catch. He would go up and get it done. And so to have someone like that who was an elite receiver at the time and at the best at what they did, and Herman was one of those guys.
Mitchell under center. Mitchell to throw. Mitchell caught. Touchdown, Lions, Herman Moore.
Over the middle, and it's caught for the touchdown. There it is, Herman Moore.
A former high jumper over 7'2". It was one I felt that if I could get a high pass or get a ball thrown to me, it wasn't a player in the league that would be able to contest that or be able to contend with me going for the high pass.
Herman Moore, 6'3", he's a high jumper. You can't let a big man run the middle of the end zone like that without being physically challenged.
Herman Moore makes the catch, a first down at the 33-yard line.
Well, I always thought in the show that Emmitt and Barry put on, I thought our guys stepped up and showed that they were just as good as they were, and they responded great, because it was insane, that the performance that whole offense put on that night. But I remember it vividly because I thought that was one of the most complete games we played defensively.
On first down, Emmitt Smith looking for room. Well, he's going to try a Barry Sanders there. Smith, oh boy, runs right into Smith.
It was team defense. I have a list of top quarterbacks that I played against, and Troy Aikman's in the top 2.
No, that Lions had a very, very good defense, no question.
Second and 10, out from behind, Max Swilling.
Football IQ was very high, especially with Spielman, but Benny was the same way. Benny Blaze would play with broken bones, pulled muscles, and knock your block off.
Emmitt Smith splits the hole, and then he gets hit hard, and he plays.
That is a textbook look at a free safety. He altered the direction that Emmitt Smith was going.
I'm your cleanup man. I want my heart right here. And so I'm gonna try my darndest to be the best there is at this game to make sure this team wins.
And it's incomplete. You're a receiver. You're thinking about where is Benny Blades, and I think that might have been on the mind of Michael Irvin.
That secondary, I made everybody on that back end accountable. I didn't care who you were. Listen, if you can't cover him, bring him into the middle and let me smack the crap out of him. He won't want to catch any more balls.
Emmitt Smith does it again. First down. Goal at the 1-yard line. Smith does not get in.
Yes, sir. Boy, what a play by Chris Spielman.
For a linebacker, you're only as good as the people in front of you. You look good, I look good. So my success is in direct correlation to your success.
The 49, Aikman throws over the middle. Moose Justin fumbles at the 50-yard line. And the Detroit Lions have the football. First turnover of this game. Dallas Cowboy offense, they just took the passing game right out of it.
It's an offensive struggle tonight against the Detroit Lions.
This franchise had a really strong personnel department at that period of time. I think it was, they had 12 or 13 players who made the Pro Bowl sometime in their career, and Barry in particular.
I just marvel at what Barry Sanders can do that no one I've ever seen play this game can do.
Unbelievable. This is a special night, folks. With 22 and 20 going at it.
It's kind of amazing to me is that there was a period of time in there, 8-year period of time, where they won all of the rushing championships, 4 by Barry, 4 by Emmitt. But those 8 years, they ruled the National Football League.
Down by 7. Emmitt Smith sweeps to the outside. Touchdown. He's saying, I'm still the man. And we're locked at 17. So you're looking at a field goal now. Well within Hanson's range. 57 yards. Overtime. The Lions will get the ball. Barry Sanders swings to the outside. His big night continues. Barry to the Dallas 47-yard line. He is playing like he is possessed tonight. The man who stands between him and probably recognition that he feels he should have is sitting on the bench watching him, Emmitt Smith. At the 40. Sanders, and he takes it to the 34.5. So you're looking at a 52-yard field goal now.
You know, I had come in, and it was early in my career, and, you know, oh, we can kick the long field goals. Well, I missed 3 50-yarders in the same game. So it was this horrible moment. And they have the ball, and it's the time's winding down, and I'm on the sideline pouting, like, you know, like, well, what am I going to say after this game?
2 minutes, 2 timeouts.
Aikman, look out! Oh, he's in from behind. The ball's loose at the 43, and Detroit has the football. Roderick Thomas stripped it.
Boy, Troy took a long time looking downfield.
Thomas coming around the horn, got the hand in there. Roderick Thomas.
In an instant, the defense comes through, there's a fumble, we have the ball, we're in field goal range right there, and we're gonna drive, and I'm like, just a whiplash of emotion of, get ready, you're gonna have to go out there again.
And there is your one first down as Brett Herman takes it to the 25-yard line. Well, Mitchell, he's gonna set Hanson up right in the middle of the field. That's all that was. A very defining moment for Detroit. They go on to win this game tonight.
They have played hard, they have fought, they have hit, and they did not give up.
Can the Lions win it in overtime? We're about to find out. Young Jason Hanson. Rodenhauser, good snap, kick on its way. Jason Hanson. Lions win it! Lions win it! They beat the Dallas Cowboys for the first time ever at Texas Stadium.
This has been outstanding here. They go to Dallas, and they beat the world champions.
That was a game where we really said, hey, this guy's more than a kicker. When we needed him in the clutch, and you could just tell he would be a special player.
You know, it was Barry versus Emmitt, both incredible, but we wanted Barry to come out on top, right? And he did. He put on an amazing performance. Remember, the locker was a spectacular feeling, and Tim Allen came in and was hugging me, and I remember thinking, what is going on? I was like, I'm sure I'm going to be cutting out. Tim Allen's hugging me, and just wild, and it was a great moment.
We got down into the locker room to interview the players, and Barry was standing up and he's doing his tie. He always wore a sport coat and a tie, and you could just see he had a little smile on his face like that. You know, the 1994 game is something to remember. But I remember it. Anybody who was there. That's what a mark that game left. He accepted the challenge and he won it.
You know, it was awesome, and being able to play the way I did and the way we did to win in overtime, one of those cherished memories for me of playing the great game.